Hey Isaac, what did you think of the new Poptropica island?
I imagine it feels like what taking drugs feels like. Hello, everybody, and welcome to
Welcome.
another Together video.
I know, 2 weeks in a row. We're on a roll.
Right, this is insanity.
Yeah, and it's another Poptropica video.
Yeah.
So, a week ago, Poptropica released probably one of the first brand new islands in ages.
If you count it as an island.
Fairy Tale Island, which was the winner of the Dream Island contest that they held. So a bunch of fans submitted their ideas for islands, and a few were picked to be made, and this is one of them. So if you have not played Fairy Tale Island, you can either go play it for yourself right now, or you can watch me play it. I streamed myself playing it. It's up here. You can not only see my live reaction to the island, but if you turn on the chat, you can see Isaac's live reaction to the island via text.
Woo, that
So,
was fun.
and that video has like a lot of views and stuff. So like thank you for the people who did watch it, but like if you've not played the island, either play it for yourself or go check out me playing it. So, shall we just get into our review,
Yeah,
Isaac?
for this video we did bullet points because last time we did it and it was 40 minutes long.
So, we're trying to like keep it concise and organized.
Okay. First bullet point. Let's discuss the gameplay.
Or the lack thereof.
Yeah, there's not much.
So, in this island, there are cutscenes, one maze, and one parkour section.
And it's not
That's
even
it.
hard. Like,
Yeah.
neither of them are hard.
Yeah, no, neither of them. The maze I have heard some people struggled with, but even then, like, it's so small. So
And I don't think I've ever seen anyone struggle with the parkour section.
the parkour section, literally, I'm so awful at Poptropica parkour, but like that parkour section, I just like flew through because most of the obstacles you can just jump over.
Yeah.
Like some of the obstacles where you're clearly meant to like wait for them to like stop so you can go through, you can just jump over.
Theo has quit islands before because of the parkour section. Didn't you
Yeah.
stream one that you quit like at the end?
I don't think I was streaming. I did Mystery Train,
Right.
and like at the end, I like just couldn't do the parkour section, so I just like stopped the video because it was already an hour long. I
Uh,
did end up beating it, but yeah, like certain parkour sections in Poptropica are really difficult, but like this one was not at all. So
I mean, the animation was fine.
we'll get to that, but.
We'll get to that.
But like the only gameplay elements, when I say the only gameplay elements were a maze and a parkour section, I mean that. There was no like talking to people to figure out what was going on. There was no collecting items to solve puzzles with. Not a single item is given to you in this whole island. Like there is nothing. It is just you walk around, you activate cutscenes, and you do this one maze and this one parkour section.
Even the one time you're given an item, it doesn't go in your bag. You use
No,
the
it
bag
doesn't.
0 times.
You literally don't go into your bag. You're given an item that has nothing to do with anything.
Right.
Literally, you're given the item, and 2 seconds later, you're told the item is useless. But like when I was playing it, I got given the lipstick. I looked in my bag for the lipstick, and it wasn't there. And then I was just told by Amelia, "Oh, that lipstick's worthless." And I'm like, well, then why did we spend like a solid 30 seconds telling me that I had this lipstick?
Amelia.
Well, yeah, Amelia's there for no reason. No reason. Amelia's just like, I'm gonna come too. I'm just gonna tag along now.
Right. Yo, it's Tuffy. Yo.
You.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Isaac Show. A lot of people have compared this island to a Poptropica movie.
Yeah, it's like entirely cutscenes. It is so many cutscenes. And you don't like there's nothing you do. You don't do anything in this island. Like
Right.
there's so little gameplay. But let's move on to the cutscenes.
The story.
The story, I I loved the story actually. You know what? I'm going to like stand by that. I'm going to die on this hill. I thoroughly enjoyed the story. Was it like a good story? No, but it was thoroughly entertaining.
The story is wild, obviously. If you've played the island, you know that. But I don't think I'd say it's good.
No, I don't think it's good, but I think it's entertaining and it would make for a good game, like a good island. I
Right.
think this is like my take. If this island had actual gameplay and was an actual island and wasn't just cutscenes, this could have been one of the greatest islands Poptropica has ever made.
All you'd really have to do is like take the three like side quests.
They're called side quests. I don't know why they're called side quests. A side quest is something that you do optionally, either to like get items, gain experience, just for fun. A side quest is not something you do to complete the main story. That's called a main quest. A side quest, if all three of these side quests were side quests, you would go on the island and do nothing. Because a side quest is optional. I don't know who at Poptropica HQ, not a single Poptropica creator has played a single video game in their life because they do not understand the meaning of the phrase side quest. It's not a side quest, it's the main quest.
All you'd have to do is take the three quests and like just extend them to be each like 10 minutes long, and you could have a legitimately good island.
Yeah, yeah, like if you were actively participating in the story of the three quests, it would be really good. Like for like the Cinderella section, like what if instead of you do like one parkour section, it's like Mount Everest, like from Time Tangled or whatever, and it's multiple parkour sections, and during each section something happens to Cinderella. So like section 1, like her dress rips, but she's like, "Oh, it's fine. We can still make it to the ball." Second section, like her hair messes up, and she's like, "It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." Third section, that's when she goes like psycho nuts, rips the slippers off, turns into cinder. Already there, I just added two more of what already existed. I just tripled the existing gameplay, and like how hard would that have been? And like for the red thing, I'm
Mhm.
trying to think of like a way to like the maze could have just been longer. You could have like actually had to have fought the wolf or the woodsman. Maybe you had to make the pizza. Maybe like at the start of it you actually had to make a pizza to then deliver. Like what if Red hired you
Right.
like instead? Like there's so much you could have done to expand the story of the three fairy tales that you had, but they just like gave us the bare minimum.
Right. And another thing that they could have done is given us an ending.
Yeah, like it didn't there was no boss fight. That could have also been a thing to have been added. Was a
Right.
boss fight at the end. At the end, Rumpelstiltskin just teleports you into his house, talks for a bit, monologues at you, turns into smoke, and then the island ends. Like literally, I was playing it thinking that oh, he's gonna turn into smoke and I'm gonna have to hunt him down. But then Amelia, I was like, Amelia, Rumpelstiltskin got away, and Amelia's like, oh, that sucks. Here's a medal, and I was like, that's it? That's the end?
Yeah. Also, Rumpelstiltskin for some reason is Beetlejuice in this.
The only person who ever refers to his species calls him an alien.
Yes, but he also has the powers of Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he's also like Beetlejuice. Like in the original fairy tale, it's like if you know his name, like he'll what, not kidnap you or
No, no,
something?
no. It's literally just a game. If she can figure out his name, he'll give her her child back.
Right. And
Like,
but
there's
in
nothing
this it's like
magical about
you
it.
A have to figure out his name, and then B, if you say it 3 times, he'll like be Beetlejuice.
Right. And like, it is an interesting villain. It could have led to an interesting boss fight, but he just kind of leaves.
Yeah, like there's so much, like this island just reeks of wasted potential. Like, we made a video about the wasted potential of Monster Carnival. Monster Carnival looks like a 6 out of 5-star island compared to this. Like,
Right.
we take back everything about the wasted potential of Monster Carnival. Talk about the wasted potential of Fairy Tale Island.
Do we want to talk about the episode 1 leaks?
Yeah, I'll let you talk about that because I think you know more about that than me.
So there were like people, data miners, is that what it's called?
Yeah, data miners.
Data miners like looking right before the island came out, and there was like things that indicated that this would be the first episode of an episodic island. Then that night, the night before it came out, it changed to just Fairy Tale Island. You have beaten Fairy Tale Island, which, you know, is suspicious. Honestly, I hope it's an episodic island, but also, why wouldn't they tell us that?
Why would they change it last minute, too?
That too, yeah.
Because, okay, it would make so much sense if this was part one of an episodic island, and each episode we're helping 3 new fairy tale characters. And at the end, Rumpelstiltskin gets away, but at the very end, we get him. And if this turns out to be like a 3-part, 4-part episodic island, I might take back what I said. This could be a great island.
Right.
But here's my 2 theories on why they might have changed it. I have 2 theories. One, they realized that most of the story got wrapped up. They were pretty lazy, and they just decided, you know what, we're not going to make this episodic anymore. We don't want to produce the others. We'll just release this as a standalone.
Right.
And I think that's the most likely. But B, my crazy out there theory is, so all of that happened in Poptropica Club, right?
Yes.
And Poptropica Club's like the biggest Poptropica Discord. My other theory is that they have a spy in the Discord, and when they saw the leaks and they saw that everyone was pissed that this was going to be an episodic island, they decided to hide it and cover it up.
Right.
Which, that would A, require Poptropica, their team, to be technically savvy enough to send in a spy for Discord, and B, it would also require that they actually care about the fan base and our opinions and looking good to us, which they clearly don't.
It would make sense if they were, like, now they added a spy, because the PHB has been writing a bunch of blogs about their Discord server. So if they,
I don't think they have a spy. But, like, in my brain, that's the only way I can rationalize why they would change it right after data miners found it.
Right.
Because they would, or, like, maybe they didn't know that it was shared on Discord, but, like, obviously, like, maybe they saw that, like, they can, like, I don't know how hacking, data mining, all of that works, but, like, there's probably a way that they could see that people were digging into code or something. I would assume, especially if they were, like, checking right before an island release. But I don't know why they would change that. Why would they know that that's what they're looking for? But I don't know. I really think it could be the first one where they just decided, you know what, we don't want to actually make the rest of this.
That'd be really sad, though, because, again, it does have potential. And the poor person who did the, like, island contest.
Yeah, the poor person who made it got a shit island.
Right.
Although I hope they're, like, 4 and, like, really happy with it and don't know any better.
That too. But we'll get to that. Let's go into bullet point 3. Technical problems.
So this island, while it has way more cutscenes than pretty much, I would say, any Poptropica island before it, there's a lot of problems with these cutscenes, and that probably comes from this is their first time using so many cutscenes.
Right.
And so obviously they don't, like, really know how to use them. So that one, I'm not going to be like, evil Poptropica creators. That I'm just going to be like, well, we'll get better at it. There's room for improvement. But so first of all, with the cutscenes, during certain animations, resolution just tanks. Like, it tanks. Like, it pixelates. I'll put screenshots and stuff up. Like, these screenshots aren't, like, edited in any way. This is just straight up what the island looks like.
Right.
During certain cutscenes. Like, the resolution just goes down tremendously. And then another thing is that the dialogue goes so fast in the cutscenes, I don't think it's possible to even read it.
No.
Like, I'm a really fast reader. And so when I was playing the island, I was trying to read it out loud, but I just couldn't. So I just started reading it in my head, and I was like, everyone else will be fine. But even reading it in my head, I am such a fast reader in my head. I was missing, like, the last few words, and I'll just fill them in with context clues. That's how I knew what was happening. But, like, for, like, a child playing this who reads slow, and some kids have to read out loud to read, this is literally impossible to play. And, like, in the dialogue menu, to make the dialogue slower, it doesn't apply to cutscenes.
No.
So there's no way to slow it down. So I'm saying if the creators are watching this, please find a way to slow down the dialogue. Honestly, that's more important than the resolution stuff, because kids playing this won't be able to read it.
How did this happen?
I want to see the, like, Dream Island submission for this so desperately.
Yes. Like, did this person just give them a story and the Poptropica creators went, oh, okay, this is all we have to do? Or did this person, like, be like, okay, you go through a maze here, then you see this cutscene, then you do this, then this happens?
Because it could honestly be either one.
Right.
Because I'm assuming the winner of this contest is, like, a child, like, under 13, because they're not on any of the Discord things. I haven't seen them on Instagram or anywhere. I tried looking up their name on Tumblr. Like, so they're not on any type of social media. So
Right.
I'm assuming they're like pretty young, because this contest was open to all ages, right?
I believe so.
So I'm assuming this person is really young. So it could either be, because obviously this story is clearly like made by like a child. Like
Right.
it's so like batshit off the walls. Like this had to be someone who just like doesn't even have close to a fully developed brain yet, which is why I love it. I am not at all bashing this story. I am a huge fan.
There's gonna be some like 18-year-old who made this island just watching this video, like
It's like a 47-year-old man, like, he said my story sucked. But anyway, so it could either be that they just submitted a story because they're not as active in the Poptropica community, and so while everyone else was planning out whole islands, they just sent in a story.
right.
Or because they're a child and therefore know nothing about game design and don't understand that just having your story conveying through cutscenes is boring, they sent in that, and the Poptropica creators followed that.
I desperately want to see it. I know that whoever did the third winner, I don't remember what
The
it's
Egyptian
called.
mythology one.
Yeah. What is at least like reads the Poptropica help blog and wrote a guest blog for it. So maybe we have a chance of like getting more of a behind the scenes look at a fan island when they get to that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's either I think it realistically could be that they just sent in a story
Right.
and they didn't think about like anything else, which means for people who know nothing about game design and were trusting the game designers to do that for their island, they're just not going to do that. They're not going to make a game out of your island. They're going to make a movie out of it.
Right.
Which, if you're happy with that, good for you. But for the rest of us who have to fucking play it, like,
Yeah. What was the winner of the previous Dream Island contest? No. I mean like the
Arabian Nights.
Arabian Nights. See, like Arabian Nights, if I submitted that, I'd be happy with that.
Arabian Night. I would have not known that that was a Dream Island submission unless I was told,
Right.
which I was. So I know.
Really good. That is a really good island. The creators did it justice. Clearly, that's one of it's up there and one of my favorites. I really like it. Yeah, but if I had submitted like even just the plot for Fairy Tale Island and they gave me this, I'd be like, it's okay. They technically did what I told them to, so.
I mean, because that is the thing. If that was the story submitted, they did do that, but like they just didn't really make it fun.
Although, if they did just submit a story, do you think they submitted Rumpelstiltskin Gets Away?
No.
That's a weird ending.
If they submitted the story, I think this might have been episodic.
Right.
And they just have abandoned that idea. Because, like, I feel like the only reason you would take out the Fairy Tale episode 1 thing is if you're not planning on making the other episodes.
Right.
Because, like, if you're at least, like, thinking about making the other episodes, you would put episode 1 onto it.
Right.
Unless they're, like, wanting to be, like, some twist, like Fairy Tale Island 2.
Fairy Tale Island 2. Hear me out. Rumpelstiltskin comes back in Goofball Island, and all 3 of the winner contests are all episodes of one story.
That would be the most disjointed island ever. Part 1 is a Fairy Tale Kingdom, Part 2 is Goofball Island, and Part 3 is Ancient Egypt.
But it'd be really funny.
It would be really funny, but like it would make no sense.
Although imagine being the person who wrote Goofball Island and all of a sudden Rumpelstiltskin shows up.
Imagine just being the winners of the other Dream Islands, seeing how shit this one was, and being like, oh god, they're gonna butcher mine next.
Oh no.
Alright, but so I have no idea how this would have happened. Like, what had to go wrong either with the submission itself or just with the adaptation by the creators?
Right. If you're seeing this and you submitted Fairy Tale Island, DM me on Discord.
Yes, please get in touch with us, please. If you don't have a Discord, we have an email. Like
we do. Description. But go to the email.
Please let us know if you're the one who made this and tell us what you submitted. So I'm glad we waited to film this video. We're filming and uploading this on the same day, by the way. We were supposed to do this earlier, but we just like didn't. So I'm glad we waited though, because yesterday the Poptropica YouTube channel not only uploaded a video, but uploaded a video with a voiceover. That like sent me out of my body. Like, I astral projected into, like, the multiverse when I heard a voice speak to me.
I see.
You were also taken back. I just remember I'm just, like, sitting there, and all of a sudden I get a DM from Isaac, the walkthrough has a voiceover!
Yeah. I was not mentally prepared. You watched the full walkthrough, right?
I watched most of it. I, like, skipped around during, like, cutscenes, obviously.
Right. I literally watched the first 10 seconds of it, was so, like, shook that I just clicked off. I couldn't do it.
My problem, okay, so I have several problems with the walkthrough. I appreciate a tutorial with a voiceover. I am not at all being mad at its existence. However, here are my qualms.
Oh boy.
Qualm number one. The one difficult part of the island is the maze. That is the only part I have ever heard of anyone struggling with.
hmm
That is the part of the walkthrough that they sped up through. So you don't even get a tutorial on how to complete the one part of the island that would require a tutorial. The one part of the island that requires a tutorial, they didn't do the tutorial for.
Then what are they teaching you to do? What are they helping you with?
I know, they're helping you with nothing. You're walking, the island already walks you through it itself. I do not know why we need a separate video to walk us through it. And here's the thing, when I was a kid, I had no idea you could change playback speeds on YouTube videos. Did not know that was a thing.
Right.
So, like, if a kid is going to this trying to figure out how to do the maze and they don't know that they can slow down the video, they're fucked.
Yeah.
They can't. It's so. Problem number two is throughout the whole video, she's just like, let us know in the comments below. Comment below, blah, 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 blah. The comments are disabled.
I'm sure it's because they set it as for kids and don't understand
they said it as for kids, but shouldn't she know not to be like, comment below, and then you scroll down to the comments and you can't.
Okay, so I'm watching the Fairy Tale Island walkthrough to just get a couple screenshots for this video, and this lady has never played this island before. Like, she's, like, got lost in the maze, even though it's fast-forwarded, you can tell she was lost. And, like, when the lumberjack is like, eat the grandma, she goes, eat the grandma, what? Like, this isn't a walkthrough, this is a playthrough. Poptropica needs to learn the difference between walkthroughs and playthroughs, because she's live reacting to things.
And then the main problem is they said that they would announce the winners of the fan art contest. They had a fan art contest for Fairy Tale. They said they would announce the winners on the 23rd. They announced the winners yesterday.
During the, like, walkthrough, right?
Yeah, at the end of the walkthrough. So, like, even if you click off the walkthrough, it's, like, right at the very end.
I've been waiting for this because I've had it pulled up on my computer. So the Poptropica creators, as they often do, got an email from a Poptropica fan. I don't know whether we should say names, but
it's Invisible Ring. Invisible Ring is our official Poptropica correspondent because the Poptropica creators refuse to, like, at all communicate what's going on unless Invisible Ring emails them. So thank you, Invisible Ring, for not only emailing them, but sharing it.
And Theo can put the email up on screen. I'm just going to paraphrase it. Basically, they said that they didn't release the winners because they wanted to wait to release them in the walkthrough. But then the email goes on to be like, I recognize my mistake and aim to do better next time. It does not excuse the delay, but I hope this explanation offers a little reassurance.
Poptropica creators need to make a YouTube apology video.
Yes.
Also, why is it I? Why is it I? Is Poptropica being run by one person?
I'm guessing it's just like their social media person.
Yeah, it's their social media person, who we now have the voice of. We know what she sounds like.
Which is wild all by itself.
Yeah, but, like, why, if you wanted to release it with the walkthrough, why didn't you just release the walkthrough on the 23rd?
Right.
I mean, obviously, I get if, like, the walkthrough isn't ready by the 23rd, but if you say the 23rd, just release it on the 23rd.
Or just send something out that's like, hey,
yeah,
we're not gonna release the winners.
That is the thing! when they don't do something, they don't tell us why they don't do it. If they had
Right.
just like said something like anywhere, being like, "Hey, we were gonna release the winners today, but the way we want to release it, it's not done yet," then we would have been like, "Cool, thank you for letting us know, so that we aren't going to be disappointed for the rest of the day."
Right.
I think if you're watching this, what the fuck was her name? Snow Globe cat person?
I
The
don't know.
Poptropica's name, whatever her name was, social media person of Poptropica, please, for the love of God, communicate with us. If something goes wrong, just tell us.
Yes.
Just tell us. We just need to know it's happening, because we never know what's happening at Poptropica. We just have to speculate what's going on. I think they might have hired a new social media person again, because like everything, I think that happened like just every once in a while all the social medias will get active again, because they just created a TikTok, they're leaving a bunch of comments on Instagram posts, so I think they either hired a new person or just like the new person lit a fire under their ass or something.
Theo, do you follow the official Poptropica TikTok account?
No, I do not.
Theo. Okay.
Maybe I'll make a video, maybe like we could make a video reacting to Poptropica's TikToks.
Yes. Let's just finish off with like overall thoughts on everything Fairy Tale Island.
Fairy Tale was disappointing, and I wish it would have been better. I
But
hope it is episodic.
I think the worst part is like this compared to like Wild Safari. Wild Safari was bad on every account.
Yeah. Yeah, Wild Safari was just a failure in every single way.
Yeah, this had
Potential.
potential, just like clearly underutilized. I think what makes me really happy is when you look at what's wrong with the island versus what it got right, everything that's wrong with the island is on the creators, not the person who made the island.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
person who made the island submitted a good plot.
And a good concept.
Right.
It's just the people who had to create that concept into an island messed up.
Right.
Because, like, even if the person submitted something, like, word for word, I want just one maze and just one parkour section and all these cutscenes, you as a game designer can take the liberty to just, like, scratch that and make a good game instead. Like, if I submitted an island that was 90% cutscenes because I just didn't know how to make a game that also incorporated a story in gameplay, but then I submitted it and game designers turned it into an actual game, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be upset. I'd be like, oh, thank you for turning my bad game design into good game design.
I agree. Just like, a mess. That island is a mess. Whiplash. That's the word I use to describe it. Whiplash the island.
Whiplash the island.
So I think before we end, we should put this on a scale of 1 to 10 like we've done with every other Poptropica island.
No, the others we did out of 5.
Or 5. 1 to 5, you're right.
1 out of 5.
1 out of 5? I thought maybe 2 for the plot, but I think 1.
I think 1 for the plot. 1 for the plot. 1 for the plot. The plot was entertaining, but that was it. That end of statement. Like, the cutscenes weren't even fun to watch.
Right.
Like, just thinking about the plot is where the plot's good. The plot is even good when you're looking at it.
Let me get, we're not saying it's good as in you're like, wow, this is a really good plot. We're saying it's good as in every single time something happens, your brain just can't comprehend what just happened.
It's entertaining.
Yes.
It is an entertaining plot.
It's entertaining in the same way like the Bill and Ted films are entertaining. Like they're not good. But like, ooh.
But like that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it.
Okay. We said we were going to keep this video down to like 20, 30 minutes, so I think we should go off now.
Yeah, I'll try and edit this down.